Welcome back to another weekly vlog. What is this? What is this hairdo? I just plonked it up to jump in the shower and I thought I would switch on the camera because I am doing my version of like full glam makeup, which I never really do these days, but I'm shooting some fashiony bits today and it's like party wear inspired and I kind of want to do like what I would do for a party look these days, which basically includes like, so far I've just done base, it includes a few tweaks. I've done like the normal NARS Glossier, you know the deal. And then I used, mine's broken, the Kosas Cloud Set is basically the only powder that I use these days. I think I've got a loose, like translucent powder from Laura Mercier as well, in case I ever want a loose powder. But in terms of a pressed powder, this is great. It really reminds me of the MAC Mineralized Skin Finish Natural. Who remembers that? I use it in the shade Breezy, but it's very like light. I don't feel like I look super powdery. I will say I just looked in the mirror and I was like, oh, I like miss being as glowy and shiny. Like I actually quite like my skin looking shiny. I think it is a marker of health. But yeah, I feel like it allows enough of the kind of natural glow through the skin without looking too makeup-y, like I've got like a load of makeup on my face. So I did that. Oh, before I did that, I also did the Westman Atelier, I think it's called the Face Trace Contour Stick. I think that's what it's called. I use this in the shade Biscuit. I just did a little bit here, a little bit here, a little bit kind of on the sides of my face. What, have I blended it in there properly? Probably not. And a little bit under my chin. But that's kind of, it's basically this or the Victoria Beckham. They're like my favorite contour products. So I did that. I haven't done any blusher as yet. I'm gonna just see what the rest of it looks like. But you know that I love the Surratt eyelash curlers. Me and the Surratt eyelash curlers go way back, way back. But I got sent these, I think they're Shiseido. Yeah. Oh my gosh, where have these eyelash curlers been all my life? I'm not sure if it's just because they fit my eye shape really well, or it's something to do with the shape. I don't know. But I can get my lashes exactly where I want them curling wise in a much quicker time and with much less tugging on my eyes than the Surratt. So I basically just get it like really, really close and give it a good, like a few pumps, just a little squeeze. And even just giving it a little squeeze, like already we're halfway there. I haven't had, I'd say my lashes are quite uncooperative at the moment. I haven't had a lash lift for probably like 8 months or something. It's been a really long time. So yeah, even that. Now I will curl them back on themselves a little bit and this bit gets a bit gross, so let's just fast forward. But the difference is wild. Like look at that, compared to that. Wild. And then once you put the Beauty Pie mascara over the top, like we'll have a little mascara moment in a bit. I think I might do slightly darker eyeshadow than normal, so I'll be right back. But there you go, that's the after. Oh, I think I'm converted. I'm so happy with it. I'm so happy with it. Even over the weekend, I was just curling my eyelashes with this and like leaving them like this because I couldn't be bothered to take my mascara off at the end of the day. You know what it's like. I think I'm gonna use a color from my Makeup by Mario Master Mattes, maybe this one. Just go slightly heavier with my eyeshadow than I normally do. Not a lot, but just a little bit. Oh, I forgot. I forgot how pigmented this palette is. Okay, now I just need to match up this eye. I knew that I had this week, I've got quite a lot of like Christmassy, festive bits to shoot. It's kind of after this week and next week, I'm then sort of on the wind down for Christmas officially, but just like deadline wise, I've got a few things that I like need to shoot and need to be doing this week. So I knew that I wanted to be like game face on today. So last night before bed, I did a layer of the Gradual, Tan Luxe the Gradual, like never underestimate what just a little layer of fake tan can do for you. So I did that before bed and then I also did my Current Body LED mask and was just like woke up and I was like, okay, cool, I'm ready for the week. Never underestimate a layer of fake tan, your LED mask, Reform Pilates first thing in the morning, and a protein-filled breakfast. I'm like, right, I'm ready for the week. And there you go. That's the finished eye look. I don't think my eyelashes have ever looked this long. Honestly, this combination, the Revitalash Sensitive formula, I will 100% be buying more of that in the Black Friday sale. If it's on sale already, I'll link it down below for you. I will be buying, 100% be buying more of that. I don't think I need blush, but I do think it needs like a little bit more bronzer. And I think I might do the Glossier Graze lip liner with a little bit of a balm over the top. I actually had a bit of balm already on my lips, just been able to like smush that in. There you go. I'm gonna need to just like do something with the hair. I kind of, no, it needs, ooh, it looks like Spaniel ears. I definitely need to do a little bit of something, but yeah. Okay, that is my, my Party Glam makeup. That's basically like 3 products more than I normally use, but there you go, in case you needed some ideas. That is how I would take it to the next level. Okay, I put on the first outfit. We are very, very festive right now. The hair is done, but I need some jewelry. And this video is actually sponsored by MEJURI. You're gonna see the pieces that I have, the pieces that I wear like time and time again throughout this video. I mean, you already know there's things I literally never take off from them. I'm a big, big fan. And this bad boy, this very heavy bad boy, is full of my favorite pieces. So I'm just gonna pull some bits out and talk you through because they have a very incredible Black Friday deal for you. And it's already started. If you are a MEJURI member, then you can already get early access to the Black Friday Cyber Monday deal, which is 25% off. There is a minimum spend and it is different for like each country that you're in, but for us in the UK, it's £100. So if you spend £100, you're getting 25% off. That is the best deal that they do all year, like full stop. You're not gonna get a better deal than 25% off MEJURI. And it's a really good deal, like those costs are off. If you're not a MEJURI member, the sale starts tomorrow. So you haven't got long to wait, but if you are a MEJURI member, obviously you can get going today. So I'm gonna share with you some of my favorite pieces. I think I'm gonna wear these today. These are fun. These are like, you know me, I love I mean, obviously I love gold jewelry, but I love a chunky earring. That's probably my go-to. I mean, this I wear every single day. This is from MEJURI as well. This is the dome figure ring, I think it's called. And I just love, it's like big and chunky, and yeah, I do not take it off. It's really comfortable. I basically forget that it's even there. At the moment, I like doing like bold, big earring with like my ring on, and then sometimes just a watch. But I think I might do, maybe instead of my watch, I might do like a cuff. I kind of like that, like chunky rather than dainty, although I do have a few dainty bits that I love as well. Maybe I'll leave the cuff off for now. I've got like 9 different outfits to try on today, so I'm going to be doing a bit of rearranging and moving around in the jewelry department. But yeah, this is number 1. Everything from MEJURI that I'm wearing will be linked down below for you. But yeah, 25% off. Such a great deal, and I just always love working with MEJURI because I think I've worn their stuff since like 2017, might even be 2016, like a long time. Like I'm a long time MEJURI fan at this point. I feel like you guys know there's so many things that feel like very classic to me, and like things that I just wear time and time again, which, you know, you're like, this girl hasn't taken this off for like the last 6 months. But yeah, I think that's it for right now. Let's go and shoot this gorgeous sparkly skirt. Where has the day gone? I do not know. It's been one of those days where I've like looked at the clock, it's been like 20 to 3. And I'm like, how did that happen? How is it 20 to 3 already? The day has just kind of disappeared. But we got like a decent amount of stuff done. In a past life, I probably would have worked tonight, but I'm just like, I need my evenings for like recharge time / I'm very, very, very deep in Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. I feel like I say it every time, but the new New York does not do it for me. The old New York does do it for me in a major way, but the new New York franchise, not for me, a bit boring. But Salt Lake City, I think I've just got up to season 4. Gosh, I just did like 2 seasons then very, very quickly. And it's just my happy place. I keep saying Mark is watching Lost, I watch Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, and together we're both in our happy place. We are physically in the same place, we are next to each other, but we are zoned out on our separate TV shows. We come together for grand designs. And Abbott Elementary, although Abbott Elementary is always on like a really slow release schedule in the UK. Like I know there's a new season in the US. I think we've got all of season 3 now, but like only recently. Well, this is really, these ones really slide around. We treated ourselves to some new chopping boards. I think they're just from IKEA. And then we've got this board over here, which we can like move, which is kind of cool. And the lip like goes over the side of the work surface, which is kind of cool. But we need to talk about these apples. Yes, I am cutting an apple right now. Can you see the middle of this? Is that not beautiful? These apples, unreal. Picked them up on a complete whim, was like, oh, they look fun. They're pink in the middle. They're so, so good. They're called Kissabel apples. Yes, they have them in Waitrose. They have them at Waitrose. You can't get them in like every single supermarket, but if you can find them, they are hard to get. I'm quite often buying the last one, like the last pack. They come in a pack of 4 and they are outrageous. They're so crispy, so crunchy, kind of sweet and like zesty. I truly am obsessed. They're so good. Have to have a little kiss about apple a day. Then dipped in, I mean, you actually don't even need to dip these. I do quite like apples dipped into peanut butter, but you don't even need to dip these, they're so good. I feel like I've got so much to talk to you about. I said a few vlog episodes back that I wanted to do a Friendsgiving, and I'm doing it. I've put the wheels in motion, I've put the invites out. This weekend, we're doing Friendsgiving. So any recipes that you guys recommend, anything that you make, anything that you're like, you have to have this at your dinner table, I swear by this recipe. I'm not sure if I'm gonna do a pumpkin pie or if I'm gonna do a pumpkin cheesecake maybe, and then I might do an apple pie. I don't know, I wanna make homemade gravy. I'm not sure I'm gonna do a turkey, I think I might do chicken. But yeah, I'm just like, I wanna go all in. I want this to be a feast. It's our couple friends that Mark and I have known since uni, and my friend is half American, so I was like, hey, wanna come round for a Friendsgiving? And she was like, yeah. They're going to bring around their kid. Ralph is very excited about it all. So that is the plan for the weekend. I also wrote a list on my phone of everything that I want to do for Christmas. I'm going all in this year. I know I keep talking about it. I finally made an order at the White Company. It's all like 25% off the all like the Christmas decorations. So I've got like a garland that's going to go all the way along here. I've got garlands to go up the stairs, over the fireplace. We bought a new Christmas tree from there as well. I'll link it down below for you, because I think it is still like 25% off, and it's pre-lit, which I'm very excited about. I've never had a pre-lit Christmas tree before. I also ordered some watercolors and some cards because I wanted to paint my own Christmas cards this year. Grace Atwood did an amazing Substack. I'll link it down below for how she preps for the holidays. And it just was full of like really helpful advice. She like buys a big, what's it called? I've never like bought it before, but like buys a big case, that's it. She buys like a big case of champagne, and then that's her like holiday gifts when she goes around and people are hosting. And I was like, that is kind of genius. So I might do that with some red wine. And then I thought, I've bought little cookie like boxes, and I think I'm gonna do the New York Times Christmas cookie selection. Every year they do a holiday cookie guide. Sorry, I'm standing like this. Does anyone else find like doing tree pose like really, really comfortable? I'm just like always standing up with like one leg in the air. But I think I wanna do like the Christmas cookie selection. And then that can be like, we've got so many couple friends, and a lot of them have kids now, so we like tend to buy for the kids, or we just buy for the kids for birthdays. But you know when you want to do some kind of gift exchange, so I thought I might do like wine, a little candle, like a beauty pie candle, and then do like a little Christmas cookie selection, and then I'll do it maybe like a week before Christmas, and then go around and like deliver them all. I just realized I'm turning into my mum. It's exactly what my mum does every year, but with truffles. But I want to do it with Christmas cookies. So I wanted to do that. Oh, and the other thing that I wanted to do was make dehydrated orange wreaths. So I've got some wreath kind of rings, a glue gun. I can obviously go buy oranges, and our new oven, like our oven in this kitchen, has a dehydrating setting. So I was like, perfect. And then I bought some velvet ribbon as well. I will link down below for you all of the supplies that I bought. And hopefully some of them will arrive like this week, so I can show you making some things, getting a bit festive. But I've literally written a list from my phone so I don't forget. I'm like, there's a lot that I want to do this Christmas to like get in the mood, you know? Seeing as it's almost time for me to have my little iPad moment, I've spoken to you before that I am quite into being an iPad adult. And I almost see it as a way, I mean, this might be crazy, but I almost see it as a way of getting my screen time down, is that I tend to like not watch YouTube or watch TV or anything on my phone. Like I like to kind of put my phone away at the end of the day, and like, right, phone goes away, and in a way, obviously with what I do, like my phone and work are quite like tangled in a way, so it's quite nice to put my phone away at the end of the day and use my iPad purely for like TV watching or like other fun things that I do, if you know what I mean. So I thought I would give you like a little tour of how I have my iPad homepage set up, because it's really like set up for that. I've got some like little inspo pictures going on. like the weather, the calendar is there, a little daily reminder in the corner. And then I've also got my Notion like personal planner, and then also that's my personal planner, and then also like my business planner as well, just in case I want to look at like what I've got on tomorrow. That is how I plan everything these days. Someone asked me the other day, like if I still use any like paper planner products, and I truly don't, unless it's just for like little lists kind of like here and there. Everything is digital these days, and everything is in Notion, personally and for like the business and like organization. I just find it the easiest way to do it all. And then like at the bottom, I've got all my bits and bobs, but these are like the main apps that I use on my iPad. So like I do not have TikTok on there. I do have Instagram on there actually. Maybe I should get rid of Instagram actually. I'm sure there's something I could like move over, because I like the idea of being Instagram and TikTok free in the evenings and the weekends. But I love going on Pinterest, like browsing on Pinterest, saving things onto my phone, putting them in my like style inspiration folders. Substack. I mean, I love Substack. It's like aside from YouTube, I mean, I watch YouTube as I get ready in the morning. Like I've kind of constantly always got like a YouTube video on in the background. And then obviously like Instagram, I do scroll during the day, but I'd say my biggest social media platform aside from YouTube and Instagram kind of combined is Substack. So I love to have that on here. My Notion, my Peloton for if I'm ever doing like workouts on here. I've just realized it wasn't even loaded. So that just shows that I normally do my Peloton workouts on my phone, but they're here in case I want them. Index actually looks really good on iPad, which is, especially if you're premium and you can set it up so that you can have like, I think on the normal one, it's like 2, but you can have it like different widths, and it actually is quite satisfying on iPad, which is nice, like to look through your outfits and look through all your pieces. So I like having this on here. YouTube, obviously. Netflix, obviously. HeyYou, oh my gosh, probably my most used app, because if I open it up, I'm sure I'm like I'm midway through a Salt Lake City episode. Apple TV, my Kindle, I mean it's there, but I just use my Kindle. I don't actually use like the Kindle app on my phone unless I've run out of battery on my Kindle, which I did the other day, and then New York Times games, and then everything else that I have is on this page. So like all the kind of overflow is on here. I'm thinking I might remove Instagram and like find something else, maybe like Goodreads or maybe like a game. I do actually really like playing Catan. I've never played it on here, but I play it a lot on my phone. My sister really got us into it in a major way, and she came around the other night and we played Catan all together for like the first time in ages, and it was so fun. Maybe Patreon, to be fair, because that's where I listen to the Cutting Room Floor and Who Weekly. I might like to have that on here. So yeah, there you go. Just like a little tour of my iPad organization, because I think even just having it organized nicely makes me use it more and be more mindful in how I'm using it as well. So there you go. I have about half an hour until true like bedtime kicks in, and I'm looking forward to snuggling up with this. Good morning. I'm so pleased I did that little iPad organization moment last night, because it reminded me that I had Catan on my iPad and I had Little Housewives of like Salt Lake City in the corner whilst playing Catan. It was great. It was such a good evening. But me and Mark did say we're going to do a grand designs tonight. We're going to come together for an hour and watch our grand designs and have some phone free time tonight. I am makeup free. Let me tell you, what is the time? The time is, it's 10 o'clock and I've been awake. For 7 hours already. I got woken up at 3 a.m. and then I just couldn't get back to sleep. I tried for like an hour and a half to get back to sleep and I just couldn't. And so I was like, you know what? I think it's because I knew that I had quite a few bits to get done today. And I was like, you know what? I can actually get like everything I need to get done this week. Like this extra kind of 4 hours this morning will like make all the difference. And so I got up and just like cracked on with the day. The boys went back to sleep and they've only just got out of the house. So yeah, that has been my morning, but it has meant that I've got some things done that I really wanted to get done, which feels so good. So yeah, that has been my morning so far. I'm having a no makeup day because I am road testing white t-shirts today. I'm doing this like big mega white t-shirt post and I didn't want to get like orange on everything. So I was like, I'm just gonna do the brows and like curl my eyelashes and like call it a day. You're better to see my face in the photos anyway, but you will be able to see my jewelry. So I've just done what are these called? I think they're called like the Stevie hoops, and I like them because they're very like versatile, so you can get different, this is like the burgundy enamel, but you can get different coloured or like and different metals as well on the bottom of the dangly bit, or you could just take off that completely and just like wear it as a gold hoop. So I think these are a really clever one to get from MEJURI, because you're kind of getting a little 2-in-1. Wait, or a 3-in-1, because you could always wear it on the gold side and then it would be gold on gold. There you go. Sometimes I like a subtle drop style, and I feel like this is those, slash you want to get a bit of colour in your look. I think they've got a really nice like green, I think, and like a cream as well, but I like the burgundy. I'm feeling the burgundy at the moment. And I think I'm going to do the flat curb chain. I just kind of want like simple jewellery today, because ultimately this is about t-shirts having a moment. So I've got like the t-shirts, or the white t-shirts that I own, but then I also bought a few t-shirts. I think there's about 8 in total that I'm testing, and they're all subscriber recommended. So on the Wardrobe Edit Substack, in the paid subscriber chat, someone was like, can we just talk about white t-shirts for a minute? And there were so many responses, like literally 52 or something mad when I last checked. And I've just tried to buy the most popular ones and kind of compare them, look at the composition, the price, the sizes available, all those kinds of things. I'm going to wash them, see if there's any shrinkage. So it's really going to be like in depth. So I will report back with my findings, but I've got a lot of steaming to do right now. Oh my gosh, it's so funny when you look at like a brand new white t-shirt compared to one that's like 1 or 2 years old. But I don't know, I feel like this is holding up pretty well. But yeah, I'm just gonna photograph them all, and then I've already kind of like prepped the post, and as I put each one on, I'm gonna write my thoughts, and I will report back with, or maybe I'll do a ring actually. Oh, I wanted to talk about this ring. I can't remember the name of it, but it's just a big domed ring. And I don't know, if you've done the whole like dainty jewelry thing and you're a bit like, oh, I want to start wearing like chunkier pieces, I think that this is a nice stack to have. So I've got like my wedding ring, and then I've got this chunky dome ring, and then the dome figure ring. I don't know, I just feel like that's a nice, oh gosh, do not look at my hands, I feel like I didn't fake tan like it yesterday, oops. But yeah, I don't know, I think that's a good starter stack, not crazy expensive, and you're obviously getting the discount as well. So yeah, I feel like these two are a nice little combination. Right, let me report back with my findings. So I have concluded my very scientific study, and you know what? The Everlane, I think it's called the box cut tee, which actually is quite reasonable compared to some of the t-shirts that I've tried, is available in the most sizes. You can, I think comes in lots of different colours as well, and you can also have it like with a pocket on. I went for the no pocket version, but you can also have it with the pocket on, like, so really like a very versatile option. Came out top. Well, I still believe that my Lisette Margot t-shirt, which is this one here, is the best of the best. Like, if you're gonna go all out, you're gonna invest in a white t-shirt, I just think this is the best one around. But what I was basically looking for was like, is there a more high street dupe of the Lisette Margot t-shirt? And the answer is yes. And it is this, like, so similar in terms of like boxy fit, quite, I've got quite a long nape to waist measurement, I discovered when I did my sewing class. The lady was like, oh, you have a very long torso. So I actually like, I don't want a cropped t-shirt, but I don't mind a t-shirt that is a little bit shorter in length, just so it's easier to tuck in. I'm sorry, I just do the millennial tuck. I just always do. But I don't have to. I like that with these, with like this kind of length, you can leave it out. You're like, oh yeah, it looks good, like tucked or untucked. Whereas if anything is like longer, I'm just always going to feel the need to tuck it in. So that was really very, very enlightening, very interesting. Colourful standard, hated it. Did not like that t-shirt at all, very like tapered. There was one from Uniqlo I didn't like as well. It was like a really stretchy, tight one, and it just, I don't know, sensory overload. I just like needed to get this off my body. If you wanted a tight, quite a tight to the body t-shirt to work out in, I think I might keep it like for workout. I think it would actually be quite nice for that. But for like, I don't know, for like day to day with jeans, I was like, oh, with leggings maybe, but with jeans, I was like, oh no, this is not for me. And what, there was another one I didn't really like. The Cosmen's brushed t-shirt. I mean, this is the softest. This genuinely feels like you're stroking a bunny rabbit. Like, it's lovely, but it was just like the wrong length, and it was quite tight as well. It was like, tight on my hips. So I think with this one, I might try and alter it. I might try and shorten it because I actually liked the drape of it. I liked the softness of it. I liked the like top half of it. I just didn't like the length. So I might try and alter this. I'm going to like check out the hem. Could I do that myself? The answer is no, because I don't have an overlocker, but I don't know. There might be a way. I'm tempted. The other two from Uniqlo that I tried, there was like a big oversized, again, this was like a men's one. I think it was called like the Airism oversized t-shirt. If you're looking for an oversized t-shirt, I'd say this was probably my favorite oversized one that I tried. Again, I would just want it slightly shorter. But I have seen, someone wrote on Substack a piece like about how getting your t-shirts tailored to like the perfect length is a really good idea. And I was like, you know what? Expensive, but for then something that you're wearing every single day, like a basic that you go back to like time and time again, you want them to be perfect, right? So I might chop that one as well. And then this was from Uniqlo as well. I can't remember what it was called. I mean, I'll link the post down below because it'll be live by the time I put this live. And it'll have like links and sizing info and all that kind of stuff in. I'd say this was the best like budget version. I think it's like £14-15, like for that price. I think this is a really good option. So yeah, that was a good, thank you so much. I feel like my subscribers, you've done a great job. There were some really great gems in there, and I probably never would have ordered this Everlane t-shirt, but I'm now like, I love it a lot. I think outfit wise I might put on a snuggly jumper. I need a snuggly jumper. Oh yeah, that's perfect. I don't plan on leaving the house today. It's so horrible outside. It's disgusting. Like, it's actually disgusting. Of course it's raining, which means our kitchen is raining because the leak won't get fixed till next April, which is fun. So yeah, I just need to like hunk down. I might swap my jeans out for maybe just like a pair of pajama-y, more like matching set kind of trousers. But for now, this is perfect. I'm gonna throw on my very fashionable trainers and just do a bit of like walking work. But this is lovely. I love this. This is from Lulu Studios, but like last year. I'll see if I can find a good dupe, but it is very, very toasty. Welcome back to one of the longest, but also most productive days of my life. I am getting through things. The white t-shirt post is done, and I was putting it together actually. And as we now know, the Everlane one was, aside from the Lisette one, the winner for me. But I was going through some honorable mentions of other ones that people had mentioned in the chat. And I have a feeling there was like a J. Crew one called like the premium weight t-shirt that looked really nice, and also there was a Madewell one as well that I think if you like the style of t-shirts that I like, quite like boxy and like not cropped but not like long, I think you'd really like those as well. So I'll link it down below for you, because honestly there might need to be a part 2. But I have some things that I've been collecting over the last couple of days that have been arriving, and I just want to share them because they're so cute. Something that I have learned recently about Thomas the Tank Engine, but Thomas the Tank Engine trains, is that they no longer produce Brio. So you've like seen Brio, it's like the wooden train track. They no longer produce Brio Thomas the Tank Engine. I think it's now like Tomy has the Thomas the Tank Engine license or whatever. So they no longer make these, which means that whenever I buy a Brio Thomas the Tank Engine, it's always off of Vinted. We're basically borrowing a load of Thomas the Tank Engine stuff from like the 90s from my auntie and uncle that my cousin had when he was a kid. And that started the whole thing. It's now Ralph's primary thing. It's basically the only thing he plays with. And I bought a Stepney. Oh, this one's cute. Train haul. But we never thought we'd end up here. And then this was on his Christmas list. He wanted a James and the Tender. So I've checked them out, and actually they do fit into the advent calendar. So that's pretty cool. Let me pop those back in there because we need to hide those. I also got some like transportation stickers for the advent calendar, and then also these are like top trumps but for trains, but I think he'll just like to look at them, play with them, / good thing to like have in the bag for restaurants and stuff. So that's stuff for the advent calendar. Okay, this is another, oh my gosh, this is so cute. This is another Vinted find. Oh my gosh, this is so cute. A Thomas the Tank Engine Christmas jumper for Ralph. I'm just big into Vinted, guys, especially for kids stuff. They grow out of stuff so quickly, although I think I've got this in like quite a big size that hopefully lasts him a while. Oh my gosh, that is adorable. I thought what I might do for some days where I can't obviously fit it in the advent calendar is like
do a little clue and then like hide it somewhere. I'm really into it, can you tell? And then these are crafting bits. This is just a hot glue gun that when it arrived this morning, Mark was like, oh my gosh, I've like wanted a hot glue gun for ages. I've always wanted one of these. This is like the glue that you put in, and then this is my glue gun. I've never had a glue gun before. I feel like, oh, it's got a little stand. That's very cool. It's just one of those things I feel like is going to be handy to have, you know, like as a grown up, I forget that I'm allowed these things that I like wasn't allowed as a child because we were messy and my mum didn't want the mess, and I get it. Like that's cool. For my wreath. Right, these are for my wreath, which I think I'm going to make the dehydrated orange wreath. I might run and get some oranges now, so I might be able to make this tonight. But I think you can also use this for like foliage ones if you wanted to do like the foliage wreath, like the more traditional one. That's going to work for that. And then I've also got some nylon thread so I can hang it. And then just some, like, I think this is like 10 meters of red velvet ribbon. I thought this would be handy for wrapping as well, because I do a lot of just like craft paper wrapping. And then I can do that and it just looks a little bit festive. Okay, I've literally got a cashmere wash, like ready to go. Like all the cashmere that needs washing. Oh, is this spilt? Yeah, I think that has. Okay, I will open that over there. But this is the one that I use. It's not, I bought the wrong one. Okay, cool. This is the baby one. I changed the fragrance to Cotton Fresh and it completely changed the product. Interesting. Okay, so this is like, we'll use this up just as our laundry detergent, but I use this brand for the like cashmere and wool wash. Guess I'm gonna be waiting a little bit longer to do my cashmere and wool wash, but yeah, these will get used. So I was like, oh, they do look kind of different. And then these are the little, oh, these are perfect. These are the cookie boxes that I bought. So I can just, yeah, like stuff these with cookies for, like I was talking about yesterday, I want to do the New York Times cookie thing this year, and then I can just pop them in here when I deliver them round to everybody. Let me just order 2 of those cashmere washes because we are all out. And it's a really nice one. It makes your clothes like smell really nice. Okay, this is the one that I'm probably most excited about. And in a similar vein to forgetting that you're an adult and you are allowed to sometimes treat yourself to something that you've wanted for a really long time, I bought myself a watercolor set, which is something that we actually were allowed when we were kids. We used my mum's watercolor set from when she was at school because it still had her name in it and everything. But this was just, it's got the brushes, it's got a little mixing palette. And then, I mean, this is an interesting way of doing watercolor paint because normally you have it in like a palette set up, but here they're more in tubes and you can like mix, do a color swatch sheet. Oh my gosh, this is so fun. These are my watercolors. Yeah, little paints. Because I'm gonna make my own Christmas cards this year. So this is my, this is my little set. And then I've got just some plain cards and envelopes, hopefully. Oh, this is perfect. So these are, I mean, they're really nice actually. When you're using watercolors, I think you need like a specific card for it to really like pop and do its thing. So this is the correct card that you need, and there's also envelopes in there as well. So I'll link down below for you the TikTok that I've seen. Someone did like 12 days of Christmas watercolor cards, and I was very inspired by that. So there you go. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. This is making me not want to do what I was planning on doing this afternoon. I might take a little trip out. I don't actually think I need anything from Hobbycraft. I think I've like got, well, I do because I need the stuff for the wood, but I feel like I've got enough things here to keep me busy for a while. I might just go out and get some oranges so I can dehydrate them and maybe make a wreath tonight and like test it out and use my little glue gun. This is very, very exciting.
It's official. Christmas has officially started in the house. Ralph went to bed and I was like, watch me go. I am ready. Let me show you the 2 things I've done. I cut some oranges. Apparently it's good to leave them out overnight to kind of pre-dry before you put them in the oven. So I think I'm gonna make that like orange wreath that I was talking about. But I also think I mean, this is probably not enough, but I've only got like really 2 shelves in the oven that I can use. It smells amazing. I've eaten so many oranges. I never have oranges, it's been really nice. But I'm thinking if I kind of get in the groove with this, I can like make some decorations for the tree as well. So this is like an experiment. Let's see how this goes. But this is what I was really excited about. So you know, I showed you the watercolor set earlier. I was sat here and I was like, oh, I just want to use this. This is what I'm like really excited about. Let me plonk you there. This is what I was really in the mood to do. And I was like, I got it all out. I had my paints out. I got this out and I was like, oh, I don't have like a black and I don't have a white. There was a whole nother layer in this, a whole nother layer. There's like a million paints. They're basically, I've worked it out, there's no instructions, but I think I've worked it out. They're like a concentrate sort of paint that you have to mix with water, and it's like a little bit more involved than having a watercolor palette, because it's kind of nice just to have everything out in front of you. You don't need to do any mixing, but it was kind of fun to do something different. And I took this, I'll link it down below for you, but this was the TikTok that I was watching. This is like very inspired by, this is not my own work. But I was like, you know what? I don't think I can do it anywhere near as good as that, but I can attempt, I can give it a go. And this is what we've ended up with. I think my little mixing card that I was using, I was kind of using this piece of card that came in there to like mix the colors together. And I'm like, ooh, I like the color palette. I feel like I managed to make the kind of colors that I was looking for. And then here, ooh, I've watched it a million times through. This is the end result. I mean, I don't think that's terrible. It's not great. Watercolorists out there, any tips is appreciated. I think I was a little bit scared of the water. I think I've gone like a little bit too concentrated with some of the colors here. I think I could have mixed in a bit more water. I sort of got a bit more brave with this bit here, with this little section. That bit just hasn't dried yet. This is officially my first homemade hand-painted Christmas card, and it wasn't like crazy messy. I haven't made like a big old mess, so there you go. That really got me in the mood. That was honestly a really fun hour of my life. Yeah, if I want to make one for like everyone in my life, it's probably good that I started on the 19th of November, because this could take some time. Good news, after 2 days of gloom, quite frankly, it's just been so grey and rainy and just not very nice. The sun is back out. You can't see it, probably still looks quite grey right now. The sun hasn't reached the back of the house like just yet, but it's sunny. I mean, I did wake up and think, oh, it was kind of chilly this morning. Looked on my phone, it said feels like -5. I'm sorry, what? Like, where did that come from? So I'm pulling out all the stops today because it's really cold. So I've got on my Chantel soft stretch vest underneath. I've got a merino wool. I've got on my Uniqlo compact jacket that's gonna go under my suede number to keep me nice and warm. I've got my little sheer pop socks on. Like, we are pulling out all the stops here. We've got a meeting to go to quickly, so I'm just throwing everything in the bag. But here is a quick outfit of the day. Not that I think you can see from there, but Arquette jumper, vintage suede jacket, vintage St. John trousers, and then my totem shoes, my Dragon Diffusion bag, and then I've got on, I can't remember what these are called, like Charlotte pearl drop earrings, I think. These are really nice if you just want, I feel like this is all quite casual, not casual, but like a little bit undone, a little bit chilled, and then I think it's quite nice. These just feel quite like modern and classic, so I've got these on. And then I think this is a serpentine chain. This is nice if like you want a bit of sparkle. So there you go. Right, outfit of the day, let's go.
Okay, I'm pleased to report that the dehydrating of the oranges went so well, couldn't have gone better. I'm not gonna lie, I've eaten a couple. But our oven actually has a dehydrator setting on it. I know some people, like if you have a normal like fan oven, I think it can take a good like many hours. Some people saying they left it in for like 7 hours. This was maybe in the dehydrator for like 3-ish hours, and they are like crispy, very crispy. And you know what? Really tasty, super tasty. This is not gonna make my wreath. This is definitely like, I need so many more, but I'm wondering now, do I save the rings maybe for like an actual wreath? Like maybe there's a florist or something that I can go to and kind of get what I would need to make the wreath. And then I could use these for little hanging decorations on the tree. I'll let you know, because I've got that velvet ribbon, I've got the little clear string, and I could just do like the clear cord with a little bit of ribbon on it, and that could look quite cute. But they're really good, and they're, honestly, I'm gonna have to eat another one. There's some ASMR for you. They're actually really nice. Although it is sending my psoriasis wild. Last night when I was prepping these and like chopping them, obviously I had a lot of like leftovers from the end bit, so I was eating them all. And before, oh my gosh, before bed, my psoriasis was next level flaring up, itchy. Does anyone have citrus fruit as a psoriasis flare up for you? If you do, let me know. I just Googled it before I went to bed, like citrus fruits and psoriasis, and it can be a flare for some people. So yeah, look forward to itching like crazy later on. So I think I'm gonna put these aside and probably save them for tree decorations, but also make some more. I've got some more oranges left. I made another card. It wasn't as good as my first card. I feel like my first card, which is this one, is better than this card, which is my second one. I don't know if you can see them both. But we were just shooting for a job, and I just like was like, I think it'd be cute if we do like close-ups and I do another card. So I think once I get the swing of it, I didn't get the color, I didn't get the green 100% right. I'm not super happy with the green on this one. I think what I'll probably do is like do like 4 at a time and be able to like do the separate elements on each one. But it's really relaxing. It's really fun. I'm probably doing it completely wrong, but maybe, you know, what is art? You know, maybe there is no right or wrong technique, just our own special ways of doing it. So super into that. So Christmas craft session kind of on pause for now because, you know, it's the working day, but that was really fun. Then finally, in today's episode of What Has Anna Bought Off of Vinted, it's more Brio trains. It is more Brio trains. On Ralph's Christmas list is only 2 things, although he he's kind of, I guess this is the first year that he's really been able to like talk like properly at Christmas, and like we're verbalizing Christmas a lot. And he just thinks you can put like anything on your Christmas list. So like him and Mark were both wearing grey jumpers the other night, and Mark's grey jumper has got that kind of like V neck thing, you know, when it's like the crew neck, but then there's like a little V that's like also ribbed. And he was like, oh, like I haven't got that on my jumper. And he was like, I could put that on my Christmas list. It's like, he thinks that literally like anything and everything can go on a Christmas list, which is very cute. But on his actual proper Christmas list, it's only 2 things. And it is a James Thomas the Tank Engine with tender and a Henry Thomas the Tank Engine with tender. So we've got James. He's pretty battered, but you know what? He works and it's fine. And then this person was also selling a dairy wagon and I think a sugar wagon. Cute, a sugar wagon. So I was like, oh, nice little bundle deal there. Then this, perfect. This is loads of Thomas the Tank Engine puzzles. Oh my gosh, I haven't seen one of these for like 20 years. This is taking me back to school, you know, when you would put like all of your art projects or something in one of these. I haven't seen these in a while, but he's really into puzzles. And so I just went on Vinted and went, Thomas the Tank Engine puzzles. And this one didn't have the box, but it had them all separately. And I was like, these could be a really fun thing to put into the advent calendar, and he can do like a puzzle in the morning. So yeah, there you go. I think I'm gonna round off this vlog. A few of you asked for a Christmas craft vlog, but hopefully this has like satisfied your need in some way. I mean, this is like half of a craft. But this is complete. Honestly, that kit it's not really watercolor as I like think of watercolor. It's watercolor like paint rather than watercolor palette. But it's really fun. It's like fun to mix the colors. It's been really fun and easy to use. So I'll link all my Christmas craft supplies down below for you. And I'll let you know how I get on with this. I'm hoping that over the weekend, because we're having our Friendsgiving at the weekend, we can put up the tree. I'm hoping Saturday we can put up the tree. So when you next see us, that'll be like the official Christmas episode. Like, we're getting real. But thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much to MEJURI for sponsoring this video. I will like link all of the bits and bobs down below. Everything that you need to know will be down there in the description box. But thank you for joining me for another little weekly vlog, and I will see you next week for another one. Bye.